the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Memamo akwaba by Nsem-Pii TV so. He said there, Ebeka said, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and in the NDC Amonyokuno Omanya Aje Omaniso. See a hair Adeba Kwa Omdiye campaign. Etia former President Adam Kwakufare Neba, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia Memo Bobuye, Egu Manimasia, Galamse Kun Argentina, Ewo Ghana Memuha. Na minimo kasa crowd say Galamse Kun say the aye NDC Amonyokuno ba bem there. Aye words to the extent say there Ivorians, Millɨtants, any Burkinabe Millɨtants, Cameroon, any Mali for Millɨtants, Al-Qaeda, and a government top officials mo Ghana memha abo mo pa no mo invade forest reserves no mo to Galamse no mo bribe Ghana Armed Forces ni bi cause car a day omo tibidi ma Armed Forces na ye to omo say omo nko na omo protect forest gas no sika omo de ma omo no so Ghana Armed Forces for ni bi ani ema omo timi ejai ema Millɨtants any Al-Qaeda Burkinabe Cameroon omo free Ivory Coast no ma be mo Ghana memha omo invade forest reserve no omo to Galamse His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aka no tum ontimi carry fa ho enam so ma obi oddu mama Asempa FM etina so di Nsem-Pii na entudwa onya abre efre the deputy director of operations at the presidency Mustafa Foyo Bandi ene ne twem komo se yenyina nim se NPP aban no wo aban mu no ade ba komogina so de campaign etia Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia heading to 2024 general election Galamse Mosi na Adam Kwakufado afa ene ne NPP amonyo company for na etu Galamse ne Ghana for etie mo to abama amoma mo NDC amonyo koro mo ba abam de Galamse no aye worse than NPP aban no ene Mustafa Foyo Bandi ehun de onka yenjibre ni enti nsema ekoso
your argument about Afena security heads they put your money in place. It's a sound argument, but the challenge with that and say the nation currently is not on autopilot because
a government is in place.
Maybe because you need security head. There is a government in place. Yeah, can say criminals. Some of these forest reserves. Forest guards any other. It doesn't have to take changing the CDS or the IGP for the full force of the state to come or go after these guys forest guards. What will pictures maybe Meboa?
Let me give you this assurance.
Yes.
I have personally had to write a statement to all party activists. Two things. We took out Nanado because we believe that there was something fundamentally wrong with the nation. If anybody thinks that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's regime is one that will condone, promote illegal mining that destroys our water bodies and our forest reserves, if they don't move out, there will be an assault operation, and anybody who is caught should not call me. Now, I didn't see the MPP do that. NDC and its government must take responsibility. But I'm telling you that in few days, the real action will be put to cost. If Galamse as a menace was tolerated under President Akufo-Addo, it didn't just take the willpower of political actors. It included the compromise of security actors who are supposed to be enforcing the law. If those same security commanders are in place, let me tell you, Obi, a fighting Galamse. A police for Nabama Galamse for information there. Oh, Bancho Munyane. The Minister for Defense recently formed a team to go and surprise an operation in the Asante region. Before the soldiers will go, the Galamseans got to know that a team was coming. So the question is, who informed those people? Who informed the Galamseans that there were a team coming down to clamp down on their operations? So, you see, it's a complex industry that requires a multifaceted strategy. A strategy that one enforces the law, educates the people, because at the end of the day, they are individuals whose life depend on mining. The nation itself, we have a government that did gold for oil. Currently, I have seen my government also talking about gold board, which means that gold is a fundamental actor in stabilizing our economy. So therefore, we must promote mining that is responsible. You see, so the issue is not straightforward like that. The actors are many. If you go to the grassroots today,
but Mustafa, any Ghanaian listening to you now would say that, hold on, is this Mustafa Gbande speaking?
Yes, that is Mustafa Gbande.
But you didn't give the S1 and Ado administration a breathing space, because they also told you that this thing is complex than reducing it to partisan politics. In opposition.
No, they didn't say that.
Really?
They rather frowned Galamsey Gold on TV and on radio. Chairmen were involved. Ministers were involved. At least I have seen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say that if you are an appointee and you are caught involved in mining, you will be sacked. I haven't seen Nanado do that. But that is not an excuse. I'm just saying that the government needs a space to change out a strong policy direction that will deal with this canker. And I'm again saying that the Galamsey situation is not NDC or MPP alone. It's a group of individuals from all sides of society, including lawyers. Some places pastors are involved who are benefiting from Galamsey. So therefore, we have to look forward for government strong policy. Austerity measure was put in place by the water guard that just got commissioned. I just indicated to you that Dr. Omanibuama, when he assumed office, did some actions. Before the team will get to Ashanti region, the Galamsey workers were already aware. So who told them? The military people did. So therefore, it is right to say that the government should be given time to reconstitute the various security agencies. Then we can go into either a state of emergency or an assault operation against this illegal activity. It is fair that you cannot pass a judgment on a government that is 2.5 months old, comparing to a government that was 8 years in power. And I'm saying that the MPP brought a new set of Galamsey which allow people to mine in the forest reserves. We never saw that in Ghana before. He emboldened people, gave them the appetite to know that in the forest reserve you can find more grades of gold. You can have high quantities. That is why this is happening today.
Yeah, but
in the past, Galamsey used to take place, but on a small scale. When they mine, they reclaim, they plant trees. Mineral inspectors go to inspect them. It was all okay until Nanado, His Excellency, permitted his party ministers and Chinese people to go and mine in the forest reserves. And I'm saying that the 2,000 mining leases that were issued by my brother Abu Jinapo, let's go and inspect all of these sites and see if they complied with the laws of mining or they comply with EPA laws. So we are dealing with a cumulated breakdown of the system. You cannot use 2.5 months to deal with it.
But Mustafa, interestingly, on the forest reserve bit, now I recall, sir, one of the major campaign promises of the NDC was a repeal of LI 2462, which LI na makwaima amanfo timiko mining in forest reserves. Good. Now it seems the new government is beating a retreat on that promise. The promise of revoking this LI, After we are told, what is going before Parliament, seeks to rather amend LI 2462 in that when it matures after 21 days, it would only, as it were, take away the president's power of approving mining leases for people to go into forest reserves. Apart from that, every other thing in the law remains. Adentina revoking that LI, after buying an ABT retreat.
Well, I will be very shocked. Number one, I haven't seen that law. Number two, I knew that His Excellency promised the people of Ghana that we will revoke the mining permits that allow people to mine in the forest reserve.
Yes.
I mean, we all campaign on it. So I haven't seen the proposal that is going before Parliament. I have rather heard the MPP, in fact, my brother Boama, Patrick Boama, speaking and disagreeing to the largest extent the revocation of these, LI. And that seemed to be a position of minority, and I was a bit surprised. But I don't have the detail as to what exactly is being presented to Parliament today. I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, so Osha newspapers, for example, Osha the News Center front page, fulfill promise to revoke LI 2462 to ban mining in forest reserves and withdraw amendment laid in Parliament. CSOs and Air President Mahama. When you read the details of the story, what they are saying is the bill which has been laid in Parliament currently, one that seeks to amend LI 2462 and not to revoke same. And that is completely at variance with promise Amadema Ghana for.
Well, I would wish that we all, yourself as a lawyer and a seasoned journalist, let's pursue and at least get to appreciate details of what is being presented to Parliament before we speak to what is being published in papers. At least I expect to see something that, if not completely, reduces the appetite and the capacity of people to attack our forest reserves. I expect to see that.
Very well.
But I don't expect to see anything more than that. So let us pursue and get to know, at least when we rely on our people in Parliament, we should be able to get the LI and then appreciate what is contained in it. Then we can join words together, join statements and join articles together to come to a conclusion that government is going to give fidelity to its own promise, or government is amending or diluting. Say, we'll get to appreciate, but for now, we cannot conclude.
The other thing was the promise to arrest kingpins and free young guys.
Yeah.
No kingpin has been arrested so far. Meanwhile, the menace is continuing unabated. Now, the process is here worse.
You see, MPP national organizer Nanabi doesn't arrest people. Joseph Yamin, national organizer of the NDC, doesn't arrest people. Mustafa Bande does not. Neither does OB does. It is the responsibility of the police. If illegal mining is ongoing, it is the police who have failed at their job. That is why.
Yeah, but it was the president. It was the president who made the promise.
So that is why. Of course, that is why the president is reconstituting a new police team. The interior minister is working to ensure that all the district commanders in the mining areas are changed, so that we can have people who can really make do with the law. As I'm speaking to you, you have police commanders who arrest these people and set them free. You see, so you will not blame that on a politician when the police fail to do their work. But I'm not running around it. I'm just saying that let's give the government some time, at least in the coming days, to see government's strong direction on this matter.
Okay.
I don't think His Excellency John Dramani Mahama want to renege on the fight against illegal mining.
Okay.
We will pursue it, but at least let's give the president a benefit of the doubt to constitute his government, constitute the various entities that will help him fight this canker. And I think that will be fair to criticize.
Okay. I think would hold on with Galamsey in common kakra and deal with other matters and send it in common about one of them and because of your position now, you handle a lot of security issues behind the scenes as far as the presidency is concerned. And the NPP had cause to complain, and on my press conference, minority, say the nature of rates are more Echo old appointees fear echo for CCTV cameras and you are destroying our democracy. And Mustafa Bande, you are the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, you work at the presidency, you are in charge of operations there. What do you have to say?
Well, I think when you put the operation at the presidency title on my neck, you are confining me to a refined communication. But I don't want to refine this communication because we need to be brutal to the truth.
Okay, yes.
The game is yet to begin. Let me tell you, the minority can go and bend the sea.
Nsem-Pii.
Any former government appointee who is on the record to have cheated the people of Ghana, dissipated public funds, stolen fame, that person will be arrested. Let me assure you that even if it has to do with President Akufo-Addo and he has to be put under house arrest, that will be given effect. You are shielding criminals with what they are doing. Individuals have squandered money. They've been in positions and done things that Ghanaian people believe that something went wrong. That is why MPP had 38%. Ghanaians are looking for President Mahama.
NPP had 41%, not to distract you, but when you have 41%, not
I knew 38%. I don't know
the official gazetted figure.
Now you trust the electoral commission. I don't trust the electoral commission figures. I know we had 38%. That is what even the media people projected.
Mustafa Bande, don't let us argue that 41. Just move on. 41%.
But in any case, it has never happened in the history of our country.
That's fine.
That's fine. So I'm saying that the hue and cry from the minority is uncalled for. In fact, it's a reflection of ignorance. Because Onipa you already in the field. Onkoya complain or police stations will be you and Niema. Members of the minority are not legal representatives of the person in question. How do you then come out to say, hungry NDC people in national security is a penny market richer than anybody? Has he adduced any shred of evidence to show how one of these officers was rather engaged in stealing either than executing and undertaking lawful entry, lawful investigation processes? Are we now living in a country where we are not educated? That anybody goes to organize a press conference and says anything and we bury the substance of the issues? Are you not surprised that Addison is a spy on Bank of Ghana as we are speaking today? Are you not surprised?
But that narrative and so has not been proven. At least there is
has that narrative been disagreed? Has it been denied? Addison's house, is he an extension of Bank of Ghana such that we find money boxes in his house? Is he a vault? So don't you think that persons who have occupied high positions where there's a belief of wrongdoing, if such persons are being subjected to investigation, we shouldn't be doing what we are doing? The minority and the current crop of MPP in parliament, not the whole party, because what is happening, we have the support of the party. Look, all the information we have on MPP former appointees, we got it from their own party people. We didn't get it from journalists. So I cannot say that all MPP people are not happy about this, but I'm saying that the current crop of people in parliament, including some of whom will be arrested soon for their role in the previous government, they are trying to use their voice in parliament to shield, to prevent, and to subvert lawful investigation in order to bring appointees of the former government to book. That is what they are seeking to do. Nothing else, nothing more. And you, Obi, you will be one of the people to hold President Mahama accountable, sir. You made us believe that you hold former appointees who have stolen money or otherwise responsible.
Sure. What
has happened to that promise? So if we follow the voices of these minority people in parliament, would we be able to bring people to book? They went to Kenofurata's house. The watchman, the security person at the gate, didn't complain of being assaulted. They say, hey, why did you go to his house? Should we go and invite angels to undertake investigation? When you go to National Security Secretariat, the people there, every officer you see there, is either a police officer, a BNI officer, or an army officer. So if an army officer is undertaking a duty in the name of national security, do you bastardize that kind of thing and call it a raid and call it an attack and you call them hungry thieves? Do we have to label our police and security officers those kind of titles just to shield our friends who have been caught to have done something wrong? Why are they not talking about Buahin, Signal Bureau? Why are they not defending him too? Why didn't the minority speak about the national service issue? Why are they silent? Let me assure them that anyone in the next 4 years who is on the record to have done something will be arrested. They can go and bend the sea.